There seems to be a general consensus about 2017, and they all run along this vein. Thank goodness that's over. And like any year, 2017 was crammed with amazing things that took place, and of course, some not so amazing things too. There are certain events that took place that you might have forgotten about. That is until now. Here's a rehash of some interesting happenings that took place in 2017. Number 23. Hashtag Uber love. London, however, was not feeling the love. So much so that in September of 2017, they actually tried to ban Uber. Sometimes you'll still hear people saying that Uber is banned in London, but that's only because they've only heard half the story. As you can imagine, Uber drivers were up in arms about the decision, and it worked. They won the appeal to continue operating on the streets of London, but who knows what next year could hold for our go-to ride home. Number 22. Let's get cooking. Remember Salt Bae? He's the guy who got everyone on social media pretty hot and bothered when he posted a 36-second clip of himself slicing through a steak in the most sensual way imaginable. It was almost like he was in love with it and handled her with the utmost of care. He ended the clip with a pretty flamboyant sprinkling of salt. His real name is Nusret Gauthier, and the video has done wonders for his career. Number 21. Epic fail. Did you even bother watching the film Monster Trucks, released in 2017? Surprisingly, this disaster of a movie was put together in 2014, and you have to wonder why they took so long to release it. Perhaps they just knew it wasn't going to work. We're not sure. The movie only earned $65 million worldwide, but came at a $125 million price tag. Ouch. Number 20. Freedom. On the 1st of October 2017, O.J. Simpson was released on parole. He had been serving 9 years in a Nevada prison for his role in a botched sports memorabilia heist. Simpson, now 70, will more than likely remain in Nevada for the time being. He lost his Miami home due to foreclosure in 2012, but still has 2 children who reside in Florida. Number 19. Time for a change. Mattel has introduced several new body shapes of the world-famous Barbie, which you can purchase on the Mattel website. So, in 2017, List felt it was a good idea to introduce some new shapes of Ken. He too needs to change with the times. No longer are you forced to purchase a ripped white man doll. With their new designs, you can get a whole range of fabulous men, including a dad bod Ken. If only Mattel would make that a reality. Number 18. Let the relaxation begin. Prince Philip performed his very last engagement in 2017 after 70 years of service to the royal family. That made it his 22,219th engagement since being in the public eye. Not such a big deal, we hear you saying. However, it got a bit embarrassing when the Telegraph's website posted the incorrect headline, saying that Prince Philip had actually retired from life. Number 17. And the winner is? It's hard to believe this was just last year, and hopefully we don't see a repeat of this happening at the 2018 Oscars. The 26th of February saw a most spectacular stuff-up take place at the Oscar Awards. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty gave the Oscar for Best Picture to La La Land instead of Moonlight. That's a hard error to top, isn't it? Number 16. The shape that I'm in. And round is definitely in fashion, especially if you're talking about the Earth. However, Shaq took it upon himself to openly voice the fact that he still believes the Earth is flat. He probably remembered that it was 2017 and decided to take those comments back. Number 15. Box office failure. Here's another movie that many wish had rather stayed on paper and left to rot with all the other really lame scripts that passed through the hands of directors. We can go into the nitty-gritty as to why The Mummy was a huge failure in 2017, but honestly, it would take too much time. Just know they lost a massive $95 million. Number 14. From hero to zero. Jermaine Lucier built this $800 Star Wars Ultimate Collector's Series Millennium Falcon, which included 7,500 pieces. It took him 34 hours to complete it over the course of 8 days. He claimed the title of having built the fastest ship in the entire galaxy with his own bare hands. His joy was short-lived because as he tried to move it, it slipped and was destroyed. All of that hard work ruined in seconds. Number 13. History in motion. The Great American Eclipse took place on the 21st of August 2017, and it saw millions of people across America donning some sunglasses and coming to look at the solar eclipse, including the president. It was the first eclipse that Americans had seen since 1918. Fortunately, if you missed it, there's another one to look forward to in 2924. Number 12. Hard work pays off. along with perseverance and a whole lot of likes, and you can get yourself a year's supply of chicken nuggets. In April 2017, Carter Wilkerson tweeted Wendy's asking them how many retweets he would need to get to receive a year's supply of free chicken nuggets. Their reply? 18 million. The last update was May 2017, and he managed 3.4 million. He got his year's supply, plus Wendy's donated $100,000 to Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, a nonprofit organization helping children find homes. Number 11. Hashtag MeToo. If you're on any kind of social media, you would have seen this hashtag. Hashtag MeToo started spreading in October 2017, and its purpose was to denounce sexual assault and harassment in light of the events that led up to Harvey Weinstein's actions being made public. Well-known actresses who came forward with the powerful hashtag included Jennifer Lawrence, Lady Gaga, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Reese Witherspoon. Number 10. Take flight. British Airways passengers really wanted to, but thanks to IT chaos on the last Saturday of May in 2017, that was impossible. British Airways had to cancel all flights leaving Heathrow and Gatwick, causing madness and mayhem. Turns out, someone unplugged a major power supply, and we're pretty sure the same error won't happen again in a hurry. Number 9. No need for a second date. This is quite the traumatic story for the poor girl in question and ended up being labeled the Tinder Poo Date. Liam Smith went on a Tinder date in September, and the date went well, with the pair deciding to head back to Liam's place. While there, the woman's worst nightmare came true, and after using the loo for number 2, she couldn't flush it down. The woman tried to throw the number 2 out of the window, but for some reason tried to retrieve it again. That's when she got stuck, and the fire brigade had to be called in to rescue her. She had to eventually tell the truth of how she landed up there and said it was the most humiliating moment in her entire life. We'd love to know if there was ever a third date, but we are having our doubts. Number 8. It never rains, but it pours. George W. Bush should really have just gotten wet because his struggle to put a poncho on is laughable. It's cringeworthy to watch, and you actually want to get up off your seat and just go help him out, don't you? Number 7. Secrets out. When you watch shows like Border Patrol or Border Security, you often see the staff confiscating contraband goods that were made from endangered species. In 2017, we learned of a warehouse that is kind of like a mausoleum, where all of those goods go. Inside, you will find leopard skin shoes, a lamp from zebra hooves, a stool made from an elephant foot, and the list goes on. Number 6. Be beautiful. There are countless treatments for the nether regions of women, and 2017 was no exception in terms of what the beauty industry came up with. In July, we were subjected to a glitter capsule, which was meant to give you a sparkly you-know-what and make you, in their words, magically delicious. Then we saw highlighters intended for down below as well. They looked like little containers of blush, but they weren't meant for cheeks. Let's just hope 2018 leaves those womanly bits alone. Number 5. I do. An interesting choice of wedding venue for a British couple, but they were officially the first people to get married in the Antarctic. Their wedding took place in July of 2017 in sub-zero temperatures. The couple both worked for the British Antarctic Survey at a research station on Adelaide Island. Number 4. No promises. To have forgotten about this movie, one would have had to be aware of it in the first place. A movie starring 2 of the industry's biggest stars should really have been a huge success. The Promise is only an utter waste of these 2 actors' incredible abilities, as they were let down by a long and dreary historical drama that just couldn't seem to captivate any viewer's attention for very long. Wait, where was I? Oh, right, The Promise. Sorry, we're struggling to stay awake just thinking about it. It cost $90 million to make and grossed an incredible $10 million. Number 3. But wait, that's not all. A small disclaimer before we go on. The Juicero technically reached the market in 2016, but went down spectacularly in a ball of flames in 2017. You buy a funky juicer, right? Then you buy some fruit and veggies to start your new health kick, right? Well, not really. The Juicero Genie thought they could juice their profits even more by ensuring one could only liquefy bags of specially prepared produce, which sold for $5 to $10 each. Added to the sheer lunacy of the thing, it cost about $400. Number 2. We did it. Last year, police arrested Zachary Cole Fernandez for making small changes to the famous Hollywood sign. It wasn't that hard if you think about it. One panel repositioned and, hey, presto, O becomes an E. Very clever though. He was high when he did it. High up on the hill, that is. We're not insinuating anything really, but maybe he was inspired. Number 1. How to make your money shine. to coin a phrase. The Canadians minted a glow-in-the-dark $2 coin in commemoration of their 150th anniversary. It features a lake, mountains, 2 people in a kayak, and the shiny stuff in the sky that happens sometimes, also known as the Aurora Borealis. All nice and idyllic. It was designed by Timothy Shaw from Richmond, BC, who won a national contest when coming up with his design.